So here in this video I want to talk briefly about eigenfunctions of an LTI system. Suppose if we consider there is an LTI system and I have given some exponential signals, let us not define eigenity here. Let us take some exponential signals I have given to the LTI system, and the output, as we all know, that y of t, which is nothing but convolution of the input and the system impulse response, where h of t is the impulse response of the system. So here, as the input is e power st convolved with h of t is the y of t. So this y of t, which is nothing but e power st into h of t, in mathematical way the convolution can be written as minus infinity to infinity h of tau e to the power of s of t minus tau d tau. Okay, this is nothing but a convolution formula, where here tau is the dummy variable I have used instead of t. Fine. So tau is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity. Now, so I am just doing the math jiggalry here. So h of tau into e power st into e power minus s tau d tau. So now we are integrating with respect to tau. So this e power st is independent of tau, so I can bring it out of integration. So it is e power st integration from minus infinity to plus infinity h of tau e to the power of minus s tau d tau. So you may recall now at this point, this is nothing but Laplace transform of h of t. If you recall my previous video, this is nothing but the Laplace transform of h of t. So this bracket can be written as h of s. So what is this result came from? Where this result came from? This result is nothing but e power st convolved with h of t. So this is a very important result, because if you closely look at this, is h of s is the Laplace transform of the LTI system h of t, where s can be complex number or real number or imaginary number, anything, but at a particular s, this h of s, the system response would be constant. It is not depending upon the time. Okay, so this h of s is independent of time and this is constant with respect to time. Fine. So please closely observe this equation. E power st convolved with h of t is nothing but e power st into h of s. So if you observe, this is e power st is the input and e power st h of s is the output. So I would like to write e power st is the input, and what we got from our analysis is e power st into h of s is the output. Okay, and h of s is independent of time, so this is constant with respect to time. I can take it as constant value. So if you, as this h of s is constant, input is e power st and output is constant multiplied with some e power st. So if some input is e power st, something like this is input, so the output also follows the same shape of the input fed, but with a gain of h of s. The gain depends on the particular frequency s. So instead of writing h of s, as this h of s is constant, I would replace this with some k. So the input now is e power st and output now is k times of e power st. So I have fed e power st to an LTI systems, and output is nothing but k times of e power st. That is, input and output shapes does not alter, but the gain of the output may be different from the input. So these type of signals is called eigen signals. That is, they don't alter the characterization of LTI system. That is, only they would just magnify the output or squish the output, but they don't change the complete input signal shape. So these type of signals are called eigen signals. So with these advantages of eigen functions or eigen signals, so Fourier series or Fourier transform, particularly Fourier series, it is represented any periodic signal with summation of sines and cosines. So as sines and cosines again involve exponential signals, both again involve exponential signals. As these exponential signals are what we have discussed, it is eigen functions. So the thing is, they particularly don't involve in changing the input of the system. So this equation is very much important to analyze, and that's how the exponential signals are eigen functions. So I hope you understand this video. Thank you.